Good afternoon, grade 5. I hope you're doing well. If you haven't subscribed to Triple G5, make sure you subscribe. Today is going to be week 2, day 1 of the packet. So let's dive in. Let's get going in this. I'm going to roll up my sleeves because we are going to get into this work today. All right. So today I want you to focus on page 21. Divide by a whole number, and page 22 divide by hundredths, okay? So, while I'm getting into this and erasing the board, why don't you flip to page 21? By the way, I just picked up this board. I'm super excited to use it. It's the little things. All right, so, taking a look, I'm going to read you the directions. Multiply to check if the student's answer is reasonable. If not, cross out the answer and write the correct quotient. Okay, we can do this. So take a look. We have the problem 5.6 divided by 8, right? And then we have something that looks like this. There's a line down the middle, and it says student answer. It says that the student answer is 0.07. And our job is to figure out if that's correct. If it's correct, we keep it there. But if it's not correct, we have to cross it out and put the correct quotient. So, when doing this, we're going to use long division. And if you're still struggling with long division, make sure you go back to the previous videos that I talked about. I believe it's day 3, part 2 of it, and I really go over long division as well. So let's get into it. We're going to draw it like this. We are going to have our divisor 8 outside our little house, you can call it, and our dividend 5.6. Okay? So we're going to go like this. We're going to think to ourselves, can 8 go into 5? Can 8 go into 5? Well, no, it cannot. So we're going to put a 0 here, okay? Next, we're going to say to ourselves, can 8 go into 56? This is the part where you really need to know your multiplication facts. I know Miss Bell gave you a chart, and you could always practice it in your spare time. But if you know your multiplication facts, you know that 8 times 7 is going to give you 56. So we're going to put our 7 right here, okay? We know that 7 times 8 is going to give me 56. And from here, we're going to subtract, which is going to give us 0. So we have no remainder. Awesome. Now we need to figure out where we're going to place our decimal. For this, it's like adding and subtracting decimals. You're going to bring your decimal up. So we know our decimal is between the 5 and 6. We're just going to bring it up. And our answer is 0.7. So if you look at the student answer, it's saying 0.07. We know that that's incorrect, and we're going to write down 0.7. And now we're going to check our answer. So we're going to multiply our quotient, 0.7, by our divisor, which is 8. And if we do this correctly, it should give us our dividend, 5.6. Well, let's figure it out. We know 8 times 7 is going to give us 56. So we put our 6 down and our 5 right here. We know that 8 times 0 is going to give us 0, plus that little 5 is going to give us 5. We cross the little 5 out because we're done with that. And then we're going to count our hops. 1 hop. So we start our decimal at the 6 and we go 1 hop. And it's going to give us the answer of 5.6. So we know our answer of 0.7 is correct. Okay? While I'm erasing the board, flip to page 22, where it says we're going to divide by hundredths. So we have a problem that says 4 divided by 0.25. So how are we going to do this problem? Don't freak out, we got this. So, I'm going to rewrite the problem as this. My divisor is going to be 0.25, and my dividend, which is inside the little division house, is going to be 4. Now, there's a rule you must remember. Our divisor can never be a decimal. So what we're going to need to do is, actually, you know what? It's hard to see my decimal, so I'm going to do it in a different color so you can clearly see that decimal. So what we need to do is we need to take our 0.25 and convert it to a whole number. In order to do that, we're going to have to move our decimal 1, 2 places to the right, which now our 0.25 now becomes 25. Now, whatever we do to our divisor, we must do to our dividend. So if we move 2 places to the right in our divisor, we got to move 2 places to the right for our dividend. So we start our decimal right here, and we're going to move 2 places to the right. 1, 2. And in here, you can put 2 zeros. So now our 4 is going to become a 400. Now, we're going to use long division, but I want you to think of the 25 as quarters, because we know that 1 quarter gives us 25 cents. So taking a look, we need to figure out, can 25 go into 4? No, it's too big. Can 25 go into 40? Yes, it can. Well, we know that 2 quarters is going to give us 50, right? So we're over 40. So we know that 25 can go into 40 only 1 time. 1 times 25 is going to give us 25. From here, we're going to have to subtract. I know that I can't do 0 minus 5, so I need to go to my neighbor and borrow a 1 from the 4. The 4 now becomes a 3. And the 0 now becomes a 10. So, 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 2 is going to give me 1. Bring down our 0. And we need to figure out how many times 25 can go into 150. So we're still thinking of it as quarters. Ready? 25, 50, 75, $1, $1.25, $1.50. So 25 goes into 150 6 times. 6 times 25 gives me 150. Subtract. And we get no remainder. So our answer is going to be 16. And if you want to check it, you can just do what we did above and multiply the quotient by the divisor to see if it gives you the dividend. So you would do 16 times 0.25, and it should give you 4. Okay? So that is the quick overview about these problems. If you have any questions, make sure to submit your questions down in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe to Triple G5 and also take a look at Mrs. Oliveira's video. She talks about our theme for this week, and our theme for this week is keeping learning alive through being silly. Okay, so really have fun with this. Make sure you get outside, get some fresh air, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So until the next video, my friends, and be kind to each other. Bye.